Predicting the future of someone's life is the idea is very interesting. The Saho was also a stressful project because we don't know how much the people loved Bahubali so much, and can they see me with jacket and bike. For Radhe Shyam and Saho also I took very less remunerations because the budgets were high and the risk was high, because suddenly you have a responsibility from one state to the whole country. After Bahubali I felt I'm very responsible, and the first two films are the most important.
The Q Abhimugatil Prabhas. Welcome to the Q. So in Radhe Shyam, you are doing a palm reader's character, and his name is Vikramadityan. So what made you interested in this particular character? Because it is far away from the real life. Because it's just palm reader, and so what made you that I should do this character? What was that spark?
So we always hear a lot of stories about astrology, palmistry, and it's our old science, which in our culture it has been like the world famous palmist Carrier. He came to India and he learned a lot of palmistry, and he's one of the world's best. And all these things we know. I know a lot of things later, but I never showed my hand, or I never followed the palmist thing. So when Radha was telling the story, I was like not so excited about my character because I didn't believe it. But the way the story went, I felt it was super interesting from my side. So then I thought like from interval, otherwise I like, if I felt anything, I thought like maybe in interval I'll tell him like, I don't want to do this film. But I think the story is very interesting, and it's like palmistry is his profession, but it is like the war, the fight between destiny and love, and a man who doesn't have love line in his hand, and a girl who never fell in love. So these two, how they get together and how they fall in love, or whatever.
So you never believed in these kind of things before. No. So do you believe in these things now?
Sure, I find it interesting the way it is working, but predicting the future is like an interesting thing, I feel, because in our professions we have our own thing, but someone's predicting the future of someone's life is, the idea is very interesting. But some people are right, some people are right and wrong, and I don't follow. I never did, and I won't, I think.
So, Radhe Shyam is basically a love story. You could have shot this in a, very normal way, but instead of that, this is a fantasy, and also you guys did it in a very commercial way. So, why was that important for you?
So we can make this same film in a realistic approach, very subtle, or we can make it commercial, we can make it very small. We can do it in India, or anything. Like India is a problem because of the climax. We have a problem that we need a ship travel. So it's very important in the film. So maybe not in India we can do, but maybe a little compromise. So the idea of retro, because Radha had an idea to, I want this to be bright and like a La La Land. Director wants that, and so the idea came of like a retro film which never tried. We saw many vintage, like old 70s films, 60s films, but we never saw a retro 1970 retro in Indian cinema. So that idea was, I think it was a little exciting for all of us because we have a new visual. It's a costly affair because we need to get all the things and set it up in Europe, which is not a normal. It's a task because to make old film in India, like in the 70s or 60s, it's costly affair. But we need to make the whole film in Europe, and we plan Italy is good. So, and with the COVID situations, the crowd was a problem, and the everyday RTPCC, it was a tough job, but finally we are releasing.
Coming to the COVID situation, it has affected your movie very much because you had to reschedule the shooting process and also the release date was also postponed.
Yeah, this is the third release.
Yeah, but now the movie is releasing with 100% occupancy and
Yeah.
all. So, when you think about that now, do you think the waiting was worth it?
Yeah, because last time when we planned to release in Jan, the date was very good in Telugu, and we thought that time we won't have COVID issues. But December when we
Yeah,
started
third
the
wave and
promotion,
all.
25th was also fine. 27th after we did our first promotion audio function in Telugu, then it started becoming worst.
Yeah.
So when we asked the hospitals, as no one knows about this COVID from last, even after 3 years, we don't know. So they said like, no, maybe after March it will be bad, but now it's okay. So after 23rd, next 2 days it started increasing in Mumbai,
Yeah.
whatever, and so we need to stop. That was the second day. And this is the third day. Now it's a good sign because theaters opening in Andhra, we have tickets.
Yeah. And
Rates.
100% occupancy also.
Yeah,
So
100% occupancies. In Mumbai also they opened and big cities and all. It's good.
see, before Bahubali, there was no your film didn't released in Kerala, no.
Yeah.
So that was the first movie released in Kerala. But now people are too excited to watch your movies, and you guys are actually coming here and promoting. So what are your expectation with Kerala audience especially?
So, but Kerala, they have like very realistic films. They have commercial films, everything. But in every state, we have many different
Yeah.
audience, like commercial audience, romantic films. They like comedy films. They like commercial films. Every state we have problems. So now to make an Indian film, that's become the most toughest job. We have regional little differences, little, not so
Yeah.
much. If the story is good, everywhere they watch. But to get the right script and entertain and excite the audience is the most toughest job. So I hope we tried our best. I hope the audience will like it.
So Jairam sir is also part of the film, and he said that you asked him especially to come and join
Yeah,
in Radhe Shyam. So how
yeah,
was your
yeah.
experience with him, working
Yeah.
with him?
So we had a discussion everybody were having. I think I always like the Jairam sir. His entertaining timing is amazing. I feel, and personally also he's like that. He makes us laugh so much. And when Jairam sir is in the set, it's like party. Like everybody laughs. And so, yeah, so he's playing an important role, and we had a very good time in Radhe Shyam. I had a very good time with him. So, yeah.
So you before Bahubali also you have done a lot of action-packed romantic movies and all, and after Bahubali, now you're doing pan-Indian movies and big-budget movies. So do you ever think like, or do you ever wish like you want to do a realistic movie, like a very simple
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
movie?
I do have, and I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So this is a start maybe. The Saho was also a stressful project because we don't know how much the people loved Bahubali so much,
Yeah.
and can they see me with jacket and bike when I'm on the horse? So they loved the character like a lot. So Saho was a challenge, but it was a commercial film. Now it is another challenge. It's a love story. It's or like uh, love drama or love thriller, what do you call? So this is again a challenge, but I like to take that. I'm going to push a little more next time. Trying to do a comedy film. Next time I'm going to do something.
Different
Yeah,
from the other.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have great projects like Adipurush Salar, amazing directors in the country. Project K.
Yeah.
Sandeep Vanga. But I'm going to try again. Sandeep Vanga is also almost like he does only realistic films. He doesn't do that. So I'm going to try every 2-3 films something, maybe even a very small film with all the budgets controlled, no remunerations or something. For Radhe Shyam and Sahals, I took very less remissions because the
Yeah.
budgets were high and the risk was high because we don't know what audience will say. Yeah.
But why was that decision? Because I know you have said this before.
Yeah.
You have to cut down your remuneration for
Yeah.
particularly for these two movies.
Yeah.
Is that because of this huge success of Bahubali and there is an added pressure? And
Yeah.
is that the reason?
Yeah, because we don't know what to do, how to do it. So we had an idea. So we want to create something big. So by putting my remuneration or reducing it, I think we want the product to be
Great.
hit.
Yeah.
That's the idea of it. Finally, it's only the audience who was going to say. So we didn't think Radhesham is going to be so big. Mm, uh, like we thought we should finish it off by 100, 150, but it has because situations or for the quality or whatever reasons we did it. So Bahubali, after Bahubali, I felt I'm very responsible, and the first two films are the most important.
Yeah.
Uh, so I did my side what I can.
So there is this added pressure,
Yeah.
when people see you. Till now, they think as Bahubali.
Yeah.
So is that like a very big pressure on yourself, or
Yeah.
even when choosing scripts and all, did that affect much?
Yeah. Suddenly you have a responsibility from one state to the whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure, and it's we didn't do a lot of Indian films. We had Roja, Mumbai, Robo.
Yeah.
Yeah, lot of films, Kala Pani. Yeah, but we are not in a process of doing Indian films.
Yeah.
Now it started.
Yes.
It started, so we're going to do a lot of Indian films. So we're going to be in experimental, we're in research time. So the whole country wants to do Indian film and Indian film and cross the borders also. So it's a tough time for us. But the beautiful part is we are all trying Indian films and we're trying to cross the borders and show what Indian film can do.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, but always you have good and bad. The bad sign is we don't have the experience to do the Indians film. We just
Yeah.
started now.
See, now with the OTT boom and all, language has just become, there is no boundary of language.
Yeah.
Now you just said that we have to do
Yeah,
more Indian
yeah.
films and such. But, the cost when we think about, doing a huge film, for example, Project K, there's three huge stars, Amitabh Bachchan, Deepika Padukone, and yourself. So, do you think that is a challenge? Because for filmmakers and everyone, when it comes to the cost and especially during this COVID situation, after the pandemic situation, do you think like that?
Yeah, definitely the cost is like more risk, right? If you make the same film if you have a business of 100 crores, you make a film in 70 or 80 or 90 or 100, at least if it's not profit. Every time you increase the project, if it's like, for example, Bahubali, we had a budget of, the business was 70, 80 crores, maybe 60. So the first part with part 1 and part 2, we thought we'll finish in 100, 150 or whatever. But it costed 420 crores totally.
Yeah.
So the risk is 10 times.
Higher.
Yeah, and the stress will be high when the director will need to create and also think about the budget, and the producers need to take so much risk. It's like for them it's life and death, but we are all trying to push our bars. So the risk is there always in this process. Always when you make big films, and now definitely everybody are trying to push their bars, and it's a good sign. But yeah, there's a lot of risk happening now.
Yeah, okay. So coming to Project K, and there is also Aati Purush coming up, Salar coming. So these three films are very important for you.
Yes.
Because this, you are the pan-Indian star. Maybe you are the first pan-Indian star that we all celebrated. So how can you tell us more about that films now?
Yeah. So Adipurush we finished.
Yeah.
Umrao did an extraordinary job, I feel. We're going to when I come back again, I'll give you more information. Then we have Salar with Prashant Nil, with Prithvi Raj sir is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing so. It's an important character, very important, and he's a great actor. And lucky he said yes to the film.
Film.
Then we have Project K, which the three, two all three stars, and it's Project K is Nagashwin is like a very passionate and. He's trying to again push bars. Adipush is trying to push in one way, and the Salar is trying to push, and Project K they're trying. And the Sandipanga spirit, maybe after this year, I'm going to start. We're still deciding the timeline because he has one film with Ranbir, and after that we're going to do.
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to Project K, I heard this Deepika Padukone saying in one interview that you love to feed people so much, and she actually said, Prabhas fed me too much.
Yeah.
So what is that like? And also with Amitabh Bachchan, you send a lot of food and all.
Yeah.
So I heard all these things when I was preparing for the interview. What is that? Is this?
So it's like a family thing.
Family
We
thing.
like to my uncle,
Welcoming.
my dad, welcoming, or we like to feed and we like to eat. I think both, and it's been there for many centuries in the family. First thing, and when I go to Mumbai, when they send me their food, but even I like it. So when Deepika's first time, she's shooting in a Telugu and Hindi film. So I want her to be happy, and Amitabh sir is a dream to work with.
Work with.
And I felt disappointed when I heard that he eats only vegetarian because I did send a lot of my mother cooks very well vegetarian with the milk. She does a very good thing, but still I always like to send non-veg more than veg. So I sent because when I asked like what do you like, sir, or something, they say like little, but I can't send little. One problem, and second, I want to know what they like.
Okay.
So I always send more to anyone.
So much food so that they can pick and choose.
So I want to know what they like.
Okay.
It's important you sending food, and and I should know what they like also. So Deepika, yes, I always like Deepika as a heroine. So yeah, that thing will be that special when you like someone, you send little more. Yes.
Okay, you are going to be working with Prithviraj, and Mohanlal has done a Telugu movie, Janta Courage,
Yes.
and Mammootty sir is actually now doing Agent. He has also done Yatra.
Yes.
So when are you going to work with these two people, the big M's of Malayalam?
Yeah. Everybody, they got so many national awards, and they're one of the best actors. And when I get a chance, I'll definitely work with them.
So thank you so much, and all the best for Radhe Shyam. Let it be a great, huge success.
So
Thank you.
we all need everyone's blessings.
Okay, thank you so much.
Nice.